There are many different pshatim that are offered in terms of what exactly the chet ha'egel was. What exactly was the chet? What did they do wrong? Was it real avodah zarah, not real avodah zarah? Rashi shita, that it was the Erev Rav that was at fault. Many other pshatim in the Rishonim and the Achronim. The Ramban very famously says it was not avodah zarah. Bnei Yisrael not being Oved avodah zarah at the time, that's why there aren't most of them were not killed, a couple hundred. So what exactly was the chet? Asked the Ramban. Hakasav Omer Hazehu Mafteach Bladas Nachon Inyan Egel Machsheves Osav. Kibiyadua, says the Ramban. Shalo Hayu Yisrael Sfurim Shemoshe Hu Elokim. They didn't think Moshe was a god. They didn't think that Hashem had abandoned them. What exactly was the chet? Says the Ramban. Bnei Yisrael were nervous. They were nervous that they couldn't do it. They could nervous that they couldn't continue, and they were looking for a substitute Moshe. They were looking for somebody to help lead them. It wasn't real avodah zarah. Says the Ramban, Ki ein tipesh ba'olam sheyachshov ki azav hazeh asher haya bazneim hu asher hotziim mitzrayim. They weren't worshiping it. Aval amru ki koach hatzur azuz. This will help them get to HaKadosh Baruch Hu. The way says the Ramban, they were looking for ruchnius, but this is what they chose. Ask the Hemek Davar. Ask the Nitziv. But based on the Ramban, so it wasn't avodah zarah. So why were they so nervous? Hashem did all the nisim for them. Hashem did Kriyas Yamsuf, Maimad Har Sinai, all these amazing nisim. So what were they so nervous about? Why didn't they just go to Aaron HaKohen and say, Aaron, you lead us? Explains the Nitziv. They didn't recognize how good they were. They didn't have any self-worth. They didn't have any self-confidence. They thought it was all Moshe could lead them. And Aaron was there for many years. Aaron didn't lead them. They didn't realize their own power, says the Ramban. Ma'az yatzu mi Mitzrayim chashvu heim she'enam ru'uyim la'amod b'hanhago elyona shahayu mushkachim b'parnasa imenu yisbarach. That's why they were nervous of going out in the first place. Says the Netziv, the root of the chet was they didn't realize their own power. They didn't realize what koach they had, personally and nationally. And that was the ultimate chet that they had, a lack of self-confidence. The first step in any growth in Avodas Hashem is to recognize who we are and what we have. Like Reb Tzadok writes in Tzidkas HaTzadik, there's not just a mitzvah in believing in HaKadosh Baruch Hu. There's a mitzvah in believing in yourself. Writes Reb Tzadok, Kishem shetzorach adam lahamid b'Hashem yisbarach, kein tzorech achar kach lahamin ba'atzmo v'yaminu b'Hashem u'v'Moshe avdo. We have a mitzvah to believe in ourselves, and we have to recognize what we have. It's a fascinating Hagos Ashri, quotes the Areim in Maseches Bava Metzia. There was a Jew that bought metal from a non-Jew, bought tin, bedil. And then he sold it, he didn't want it, so he sold it to another Jew. And then after the second Jew had it, he realized, after he scraped off a little bit, that it was really silver. It wasn't tin. So the first Jew says, well, hey, you bought silver, so pay me for the silver. I didn't realize that. And they went to Rabbi Elazar Metz, because the second Jew said, what do you mean? But you thought it was bedil. So Elazar Metz says that the first Jew never really had a kinyan on it. And he doesn't have to pay him for the silver. Because if you don't know something, you don't know what you have, you can't be kona it. And the Bali Musar say the first step in our being kona ruchnius, kona any stage in our avodas Hashem, is to recognize what we have, to recognize who we are. We've mentioned in other contexts. We say every morning, Moda ani lefanecha, right, to Hashem, Shechzarti bi nishmasi bechemla, Hashem, you return to me my neshama, Rab emunasecha, great is your emunah. Great is your emunah, Rab emunasi, great is my emunah, in you. What does it mean when I wake up in the morning, Rab emunasecha? So the Bali Musar explained, if Hashem gave me another day, if I woke up in the morning and I'm breathing, and I'm alive, and I could accomplish, it must be that Hashem has decided that I have a purpose to fulfill today, that I have a tachlis to accomplish. Rab emunah secha, your emunah in me is great. And that is one of the pshatim that we can learn from the chet ha'egel. Bnei Yisrael did not recognize their own power, their own koach. You don't need an egel, you don't need a Moshe. Hashem loves you, you could do it. They didn't realize that. So we as part of the tikkun have to recognize our power, our koach, and as Reb Tzadok says, just like there's a mitzvah to believe in HaKadosh Baruch Hu, there's a mitzvah to believe in ourselves. Have a great Shabbos.